Here we are, my friends, with the end of our story. Chapter 9. Let's see what happens. Mouse walk. The mouse vanished into the tall grass on the other side of the stream. Jack and Annie stared at the tree branch. "We have to try to cross it," said Annie. "We're supposed to follow nature, and Peanut is part of nature." "Forget it," said Jack. "The branch is too little. It'll crack in a second." "Maybe if we pretend we're mice, we can do it," said Annie. "Oh, brother," said Jack, "not again." "Hey, if you could be a rock, you can be a mouse," said Annie. "Just be teeny and light and fast." Jack took a deep breath. "We have to," said Annie. "It's the only way across." "Okay," Jack said. "Say squeak," said Annie. "You're nuts," said Jack. "Just do it. It'll help you feel more like a mouse." Jack groaned. "Okay." And then he said, "Squeak." "Squeak," said Annie. "Squeak, squeak, squeak," they said together. "Let's go. Hurry," said Annie. Jack stepped onto the branch. "I'm teeny, I'm light, and I'm fast," he thought. And then he darted across the branch. Jack moved so quickly he didn't think about anything except getting to the other side. He forgot about the wild freezing water. He forgot the smallness of the branch. And then suddenly Jack was on the other side. And suddenly Annie was right beside him. They laughed and fell together onto the grass. See, the branch didn't break," said Annie. "I guess it was big enough," said Jack. "I guess we just had to think the right way." "The peanut way," said Annie. "Yeah," said Jack, smiling, and he felt great. He was still wet from his fall into the stream, but he didn't mind anymore. Jack pushed his glasses into place and stood up. "Okay, now we've crossed the stream. We now have to find the treehouse," he said. "No, we don't," said Annie, and she pointed up. The treehouse was outlined against the moonlit sky, high up in a tree, surrounded by white flowers. In the distance came the sound of voices, and then Jack saw the flames. "The samurai are coming back," said Jack. "We have to go." "Where's Peanut?" said Annie. "We can't leave Peanut." "We have to," said Jack. The voices of the samurai were getting closer. So were their torches. "Come on," Jack said. He grabbed Annie's hand. He pulled her toward the rope ladder. "Oh, Jack," she said sadly. "Come on, go, go. We can't wait for Peanut." Annie started up the rope ladder. Jack followed, but he felt sad too. He liked that little mouse now. He liked it a lot. They climbed up and up. Just before they got to the top, Jack heard it. "Squeak!" "Oh, wow," cried Annie. "Peanut's inside the treehouse." Annie pulled herself into the treehouse. Jack followed. He gasped. Someone else was in the treehouse too. A dark figure was sitting in the corner. "You have done well," the figure said. It was the ninja master. "You have followed the way of the ninja," he said. "Oh, man," breathed Jack. Squeak! The master was holding Peanut in his hand. "Take good care of your little helper," he said, handing the mouse to Annie. Annie kissed the mouse's tiny head. I wonder how the samurai or the master got into the treehouse. "And take this," said the master. He held his hand out to Jack. He gave Jack a small round stone. "This moonstone will help you find your missing friend Morgan," the master said. Jack stared at the stone. Was this one of the 4 things they were supposed to collect? "You must go home now," said the master. He picked up the Pennsylvania book and he handed it to Annie. "Where did you find that?" Jack said. "Here," said the master. "You did not see it before, because your heart knew you had a mission to complete first." "What about you?" said Annie. "Can you come with us?" "Yes," said Jack. "We need help finding Morgan." The master smiled. There he is. There's the master in the treehouse. There's Peanut, Jack and Annie, and there's the moonstone. He's giving it to them to help them find Morgan. No, my friends, I must stay here. There will be more help for you along the way, but you must find the way on your own. Annie opened the book. She found the picture of Frog Creek. She pointed to it. I wish we could go there, she said. Just then, the wind started to blow. The white flowers started to shake. Clouds covered the moon. Remember, the master said, keep a kind heart. And then he swung silently down the rope ladder and disappeared into the dark night. Wait, Jack called. There was so much he wanted to ask the master, about nature and about ninjas and about their mission. But the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Jack gripped the stone in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and then everything was still. Absolutely still. Here we go, our final chapter. Chapter 10. Good night, Peanut. Jack opened his eyes, and then he opened his fist. He stared at the moonstone that was still in his hand. It was clear and smooth, and it almost seemed to glow. We're home, said Annie. Squeak! Annie and the mouse were looking out the window. Jack looked with them. The sun was setting in the distance. No time at all had passed in Frog Creek. They heard their neighbor's dog Henry bark. They heard crickets chirping. In the distance, they could see their dad step out of their house. He was standing on the porch. Jack! Annie, he called. Time for dinner. Coming, Annie shouted. Jack sat back on his heels. He looked at the moonstone again. Well, I guess we have one of the 4 things on the note. We'll look for the other 3 tomorrow, said Annie. Jack nodded. They had a lot more work to do. He put the moonstone in his pocket, and he pulled out his pack. Ready, he said. Wait, said Annie. She took off one of her sneakers. She pulled off her sock, and then she put her sneaker back on. What are you doing, said Jack. I'm making a bed, she said. A what? A bed, you know, for Peanut to sleep in. Annie picked up the mouse. She tucked it inside her sock. Good night, Peanut, she said softly. Squeak, said Peanut. Oh, brother, said Jack. Annie held the mouse close to Jack. Kiss it good night, she said. Don't be silly, he said. Let's go. Thanks for helping us, Annie said to the mouse and kissed it on the head. Here she is. There they are, look. There's the sock, and there's little Peanut sticking out. He's going to go to sleep right on the M. She put Peanut gently down on the glowing M. She pulled Morgan's message out of her pouch and put it next to the mouse. See you tomorrow, she said, and then she started down the ladder. Jack stared at the mouse. Peanut looked back at him. For a moment, Peanut's dark eyes looked old and wise. Come on, Jack, called Annie. Jack kissed its tiny head. Night-night, Peanut, he whispered. Then Jack headed down the rope ladder. It got darker and darker as he went down. By the time he stepped into the ground, it was almost completely dark out. Where are you? said Jack. Here, said Annie. Her hand bumped his. He took it. Careful, he said. Careful yourself, she said. Together they held hands and took off through the cool, dark woods. They moved silently and swiftly. 2 shadowy warriors returning home from the ninjas. Very exciting. Oh my goodness, my friends. Just read another Magic Treehouse. Guess what's next? Afternoon on the Amazon. That's the rainforest, which is like a jungle. This one looks exciting. I see a crocodile. All right, my friends. See you next time for book number 6. Afternoon on the Amazon. Bye.